offense. There's a team that I didn't really give a lot of credit to, I think, at the start as being a draft winner, but they definitely won the offseason, and that's the Chicago Bears. I got the old school Chicago Bears hat on. It's kind of a strange hat. I think it's meant to be worn backwards, but I definitely wanted the logo to be shown. But talking about the Chicago Bears, they go out and they win the offseason. They win and captivated free agency by just revamping their offensive line with two players. Really in a bad spot when it comes to offensive line and forcing Caleb Williams to run around like a chicken with his head cut off to try to make plays. And it doesn't matter how many weapons you have, if your offensive line is not set and it's not set to protect your franchise quarterback, you're never going to go anywhere in the NFL or at any level of football, really. Ben Johnson coming from Detroit, the revamp of Detroit was Jared Goff and the offensive line, and then bringing a tenacity and an anger on the defensive side. And then they started winning games. I think the Chicago Bears are doing the same thing. And when I started looking at their NFL draft and the players that they brought in, at first glance, it's like, oh, okay, it's a Bears style draft. You know, you take care of a couple weapons, you get a couple trench guys, but then you start looking at the names that are associated with these draft picks and where they got these guys. We found out through the Pat McAfee show and listening to certain people talk that Colston Loveland was the number one tight end in the draft for a very long time. He was the most coveted tight end. I think even more than Tyler Warren because of some of the athletically freaky things he can do as far as lining up as a wide receiver as well. He can kind of do the whole thing. He was a steal, and I thought that they were going to target the offensive line in the first round, but taking Colston Loveland and pairing him with an already pretty good Cole Kmet is a great tandem. They go out and they get Luther Burden in the second round, who I thought was a bona fide first round pick. Like Luther Burden falling to the second round seems criminal in this case. And you pair him up with Rome Odunze and they already got DJ Moore. Those are three wide receiver weapons that are absolutely insane. Not to mention an insane weapon that they add, Kyle Monangai, Rutgers running back that goes in the seventh round. Amazing how that works. And last time we checked, the last one that did that turned out to be pretty damn good. He's explosive. I had him in that fourth round conversation. Him paired with DeAndre Swift is going to be dangerous. And then they get a starting left tackle, which was one of the number one needs I thought that the Bears needed to address somewhere in round 1 or 2, in Ozzie Trapilo. He's a big physical run blocking, great in pass blocking. He was pushing up towards that first round conversation. He'll be a starting left tackle, if not this year, next year. I think the Bears did exactly what they set out to do this year, and they are in a position to be a contender, to win games, and I think we are going to be shocked at the turnaround that the Bears and company have made this coming up football season.